Hey guys, I'm at the Lawson station here, outside of Kusanagi station, for my usual morning shot. And I couldn't do the live. There was a guy sitting over there. He was at the end of an all-night bender. You know those big cans of strong 198? They're like 9%, 8-9%. He had, when I got here at around 5 a.m., 5:15, he had 3 cans, and now it's 6:31 now. And maybe I got here, no, I got here around 6, 5:40. It's now 6:30. He had 5 by the time he just left. I shouldn't laugh. I mean, the odor. So he was like either continuing an all-night bender or getting started on the weekend strong. And he was probably mid-40s or something, looked like a businessman. All kinds of snacks laid out. Kept going up and getting more snacks, and finally he left. I don't mean to laugh at that. That's serious. If someone's drinking like that, they're, as we all do, we hide and distract ourselves, keep the darkness away with the things that, the bright and shiny, the things that cloud the senses and cloud the mind, etc., etc. It's time for me to get back on the road. I'm gonna get my gloves on, put my pack on, and I made a friend at the register. And then I'm going to head out and do my morning meditation, good night meditation, and then start the day in earnest. Okay. Along this road here, I see it has a phone number, but I don't know that anybody actually lives here. This is one of those older style apartment structures. There's no sign or evidence of any activity, although I'm sure the units are still fine. Each of them has an outdoor sink and a heater for the bath. There, it's a heater right there. Need the bath each unit. Fire extinguishers. Feel the metal going up. The racks here for the trash. Old umbrella. I mean, I could be wrong. These places often have people in them, but it sure looks empty to me. And you can see from the back, the units, there's like no curtains hanging in them. These cars, maybe. Oh, there's one light over there. It's always the case. There's always one remaining. All right, just getting back to the apartment. And there's Mount Fuji with a beautiful view with some big clouds behind it and framing it in a way. That's really nice. Sunlight, morning dawn on the eastern flank there. Beautiful. Good way to start the day. Yumiko should be up soon. I'll take the dogs out, get some breakfast. Yumiko's got a hair appointment later. I gotta sort myself out what I'm gonna do today. Oh, look at the light on the building too, that's nice. Alright, that's what we have for January 11th, 2025. This is kind of interesting. This is an old farmhouse in the community where I live, actually the next community over. The old wall here. And the whole compound has been cleared. I don't remember what was here, but this is like almost like a, if not a whole city block, a half a city block. It's got a house there and a newer house back there. I wonder what they have in tent for this. I've been past this place many times in the evening. That house, that old farmhouse, is now completely dark at night. This wall is an old wall. Only the oldest homes in this neighborhood have this type of wall. And again, like I said, it's like half a city block, if not a whole block of space there. Very interesting. I wonder what's gonna happen. I'm out for a dog walk, and I wanted to show you guys this. Look at that. That up there, that snow, that's the deep southern Alps. That's the area where just beyond where I usually go hiking in softypapa. Yumiko was getting her hair done today, so I'm walking the dogs. She texted me, she said she's back, and we're gonna go have lunch with Dad and Yoko at Tsukiya, my favorite place. I was just mentioning, to myself, I need to start thinking about my business model, softypapa 2.0, because it is a venture, right? I mean, the main venture part of it is the promotion of my books, but mainly going along. So I'm going to engage in some deep reasoning now, shut this off and think at multiple levels about what that means. So here we go. Next stop, home, but it's going to take a while. We're at the far point of the walk. This is where we usually walk at night. Ollie, the black dog, is leading the way, and he's taking us the long way, which is nice because it's great weather. Good day for the dogs and the man to be outdoors. But guys, they're waiting. Lunch is calling. Okay, and deep thinking is calling. Look at this. I'm in front of the baseball stadium here in Shizuoka, and all these fancy cars. That's a nice looking Mercedes right there. There's an Audi. There's a Land Rover. A Lexus. One of the newer Priuses. Those are nice, and a whole bunch of other white cars. I mentioned I was doing some deep test time commute. This is the other side of that big house I was showing you before. What I revealed in the last 20 minutes of walking is that the best use of time that I can think of right now, at this point in my return to Japan and my retirement, is the time that I spend doing my tagline, walking and thinking. It's the very best activity that I know. I shouldn't be pushing forward with my business. I shouldn't even be pushing forward with YouTube. I should be pushing forward with establishing a solid baseline of defaulting to walking and thinking, and not with my big pack. This little pack here is plenty fine. Basic accoutrements of walking and thinking. Plus, and I'll finish with this, walking with 2 dogs is optimal. Especially not just 1 dog, but 2 dogs, because they give entanglement. They get messed up. They interfere with my thoughts, which helps me to put into practice active work, the Stoic principles of recognizing what is and what isn't within our control, and my own principle of keeping my balance and using reason to see my way through the machinations of both. Okay, now we're almost home, boys. Now we'll go get lunch. Now we're on a straight path. It won't last very long, right? Walking 2 dogs. Oh, here we go. That was interesting. I was just walking past my old clinic, and I saw my doctor, and I'm holding the camera down because there's cars. I don't want people to think I'm filming them. It's his lunchtime break, and guess what they do here in Japan? The doctors do. They spend their lunchtime break coming out to people's cars to check them for COVID. That way the people don't have to come in the clinic. So he was all gussied up in his, surgeon's outfit, going out to a car, coming out to the parking lot, and he looked at me. He came out of the clinic. Whoop, it's upside down. Okay, that's right side up. He looked at me, and like he recognized me, and he happened to be walking, and we were getting closer and closer because he was walking through the parking lot to a car, and I was walking along the sidewalk, and he got close enough to be in hailing distance, and I shouted across the way, not shout, but said across the way, "Konnichiwa, oh hisoshiburi, long time no see." And he looked at me, and he gave this deep bow. I think he remembered me. And he's like, "Where did this foreigner from a decade ago come from? Out of what hole in the ground, with dogs no less?" So I'm sure I'll get sick and go back to him, and then we'll have a nice reunion. But nice little reunion with my doctor in the parking lot. But isn't that cool the way he does that? He spends his lunch break, and Yumiko and I were talking about it the other day. When does he have lunch? Who knows? Oh, I'm almost home. Okay, bye-bye. We just got back, and look at that Mount Fuji with that cloud coming off the eastern flank. That's amazing. All right, it's time for lunch now. Wow, that is something else. Look at that. See if I can zoom in a little more. You can almost see how it's forming right off the edge there, and the shadow formed. It's amazing zoom on this phone. All right, time for lunch. That's what happened. There you go. That's the normal view. Well, our lunch today is sukiya. Of course. What else? What else is there? I'm getting my usual. We're with Dad and Yoko and Yumiko. All having lunch. And here it is, the world famous plate that I always get with the big rice and the spicy stuff. Mama got the sukiyaki with an egg. Looking good. All right, let's eat. Can I show off your new hair? No. Okay. She got a haircut today, but she's a little shy to show it. Let's see. While I get driven home, I want to say a quick shout out and thank you to Greg, my newest Patreon supporter. Thank you so much. Also a member over on Discord. It's really great to have you on board, Greg. Thanks for the follow-up note after I sent you a thank you, helping me to fill in the dots of, we've been connected, so to speak, basically for a long time. I appreciate that. I hope you have a great rest of the day, and thank you for all your support. I plan to make very good use of your beneficence. Is that the right word? In my adventuring endeavors. Thanks a lot. Take care. This is a rather momentous moment. I'm following the ladies to Kinri Bijitsukan Mai Eki. Boy, it took me a long time to figure out how to say that first time. Anyway, we're headed to the station. This is going to be my first train ride since coming back to Japan. Almost a solid month in Japan, and I haven't ridden on a train yet. Not even the Shinkansen, because that was picked up at the airport. So, first ride is going to be on the famed Shizutetsu line. Sorry if I made anybody dizzy. You know, I feel younger, and not in an immediate sense. I feel younger in a more fundamental sense. There's a spring in my step that I don't recall because it was deadened and deafened by the workaday world. You know, more and more, I mentioned it in yesterday's video, more and more the phrase keeps coming to mind. Why did I wait so long? You know, I've had people who are retired tell me that. They wish they hadn't waited as long as they did. I'm starting to feel that, and I'm starting to put some thoughts on top of that about why. Largely, just put it in basic sense, it's a matter of the good use of time. You know, because I know that my good years are mostly past and passing, and I can't be messing around anymore. Don't want to waste the time. We are at the station. You can order. These do not look like train tickets. That's like Gyudon tickets. Vending machine. You are here if you're wondering. Let's see if someone will buy me a ticket. I'll be expected to do the deed myself. Oh, this machine doesn't look like it's changed at all. Looks exactly the same.
Except for the price.
Oh yeah, I remember before it was like 180 yen before. 180 yen. So it's gone up 40 yen for the ticket. Okay. That's inflation wise, and the sodas have gone up double. You can barely read it. So you've got to put the two human beings. Shizuoka Station. I wonder if the ticket looks the same. Ticket looks the same. Change looks the same. And then remember, you can always hear the train coming. You gotta go. Get on the damn thing. Here we go. Okay, I put the thing through. Yoko, this is my first time on the train since I came back. Nigi Hidari. Yay! This side. Yes. Go ahead, ladies. We'll wait for the train to come. This is our little local station. Sweet little place. I'll turn the camera off. There's people here. There's Mount Fuji hiding behind that big building. That's the same building you see from my daily photos that I do. And here comes, this is Shizutetsu train, Shizuoka Station bound. They modernized the trains. They didn't look quite this fancy before. I like them. Of course, everybody likes the way they remember it, right? It's always the case. Got to catch up with my gals. All right.
The next station is 薬よけ館の清水寺前です。炭やサウンドキッチンでは不要になったレコードを買い取りいたします。ご相談は伊勢丹正面10階サウンドキッチンまで。
Following my ladies through this department store. Gotta watch my head here. That'll definitely take my head out. It did before. Struck with another thought. I gotta keep the camera low. Lots of people are around. The thought was that I remember passing through that market before in the past and having this strange feeling of urgency. And I was wondering why that urgency wasn't there just now. And I've noticed it's been noticeably absent the last month. I think it's because the sense of the urgency was that you had to make good use of this thing that I'm doing, which constitutes freedom, before the freedom runs out, namely Sunday night, Monday, when Monday gets here. Subconsciously, I know that ain't the case anymore. So it's the absence, it's like a weight that is lifted in a way. I'm just gonna show you guys what this is all about. Yep. Not going up there, no, we're going up. Yes. This is where we're here. Japanese tea, Yumiko. Repeat. It's nice. Okay, we are at this fancy tea restaurant, and this is they have this nice looking dessert thing there. That's nice. I just brought a bag holder for the ladies to put their stuff in. And it's like a story. Once upon a time, there was a menu. Get all these good stuff. That's good. Look at that. That looks good. All right, guys. So look at these lineup of desserts that I've got my little cake here with the matcha. I something, and then matcha latte here. Look at that color. It's just not coming through. Yoko's got a beautiful green tea deal with a chestnut in the middle, and then some senbei crackers, and she's got her tea. And Yumiko has like matcha ice cream.
Mine is the best.
Oh, you think yours is the best. She's got all kinds of stuff.
Oh, I know it is.
Fruit. What is this?
What, this?
Yeah.
Strawberry sauce and condensed milk.
Amazing. Okay. Zenzen Chigao, I've totally failed. My matcha latte came with instructions. I thought the instructions were to stir it so it doesn't get clump on the bottom. Such a barbarian. The instructions were to try it as is. This matcha was blended just for this latte. To try it as is before you change it to see if that blend is a winner. Let's try it. It's very powerful. Like me. That's good. I'm gonna stir it a little. Guys, this is downtown Shizuoka. This is the Shizuoka station right over here and downtown. Now we're gonna do a little shopping at Muji. This is the Muji Hyakuen coffee. I already put it. Actually, no. I wanted to look at the something, but I do want the coffee. I'm gonna get the regular. Already put the cup in. Blending it up. Ready to go. Good. I'll join my wife shopping. Now I'm testing out some furniture for my new Hachijo room. This is pretty good. It's got to be nap worthy. I've been shopping now with Yumiko and Yoko for about 2 hours. Having fun. I think I discovered why I didn't enjoy shopping before. It's because I never intended to stay in one place. So the stuff that we were shopping for seemed irrelevant. But now that we're buying what I think will be our forever home, it makes more sense. Change of perspective. I found a piece of furniture that I like. It's like a bookshelf display for almost 20,000 yen, about $150. Nice little thing over there too. Interesting feeling and thought both as I sit here waiting for you to Yoko. It's a feeling that, you know that place you're always thinking you're headed towards? Like you're shopping, it's time to go home. When you're home, it's time to go shopping. Whatever the case may be, the vice versa. The place is to be always someplace else. Once you arrive at wherever it is you're headed, it's there for a little bit, but then it's next to someplace else. Slowly but surely, that sense is going away, that feeling is going away, and that's being replaced by a steady and persistent sense that this is that place. It's always been. Just need to get old enough to figure that out. Go enough places to realize that it's a perpetual pursuit until we stop pursuing it. Doesn't mean we stop living. It means that the quest is done. The time to live now has arrived. So I'll go and live while I wait for my ladies to finish their stuff. and then we'll head on for dinner. Ticket for the train. This one you can read a little easier. 1220だからここ。Meet two adults. 250. Oh yeah, but I thought 440. And there goes the train. Push it through the turnsile. Blink. Blink. And we're off. The older I get, but not the older I get, just all of a sudden since I've come here, I pick out the old people like me. I mean, like my age, my cohort. Kind of like dogs spotting other dogs amongst the pack. Here's the train. Time to get on. That old feeling getting off the train as we pull in. Time to get up on my feet and walk. But back in the day, it was a lot harder because I would have to carry Emily on my shoulders or in my arms. And she was so heavy when she was asleep.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna head home, get some dinner, take the dogs out. It's not nearly as cold as before, no wind. That's nice. Look to the left, look to the right. We're all good. All right, I've got to sneak my Good Life meditation in for today, on the 11th day of January 2025. This is what I do every day to remember my life objectives and principles, to go over the objectives of my creed, see how I did relative to the challenges of the last 24 hours. I plan for the coming day. I'm going fast. And I recite the 8 objectives, and then I prepare myself for death. So last night I slept well, got up early, did a lot, no particular challenges. Today was like the day didn't have much of a chance. Gradually getting better and more stable footing. It's like my feet are getting further apart, and the shakiness of the earth is less unstable, even though the earth continues to shake. I don't know why I couldn't get this footing before. It seems like I needed the consequence of the big change that we did. I'm holding the camera down because there's people around. The 8 objectives of my creed consist of the following: to be always ready to die, to make good and effective use of time, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles, to cultivate good emotional reactions. There's the family art bench. To cultivate good emotional reactions, to perform good actions relative to my creed, to do just one thing at a time and do that thing slowly and deliberately and carefully, to maintain my balance, that's it. To maintain that's all 8, right? Like I said, I'm going fast because I'm gonna run out of time. For today, the day's already done. I basically led with my better judgment. I did some things that needed to be done. I hung out with my family. I did some good walking. I hung out with my dogs. Had a good time. It was a good day. As for readiness for death, my life's work is complete. My affairs are in order. And for the most part, still have to settle that one thing with Yumiko to make sure she can access the finances should I die or become disabled. And my relationships are sound. I'm done. I'll sign off for now, go home, have a dinner with my family, and that'll call it a day. Be safe, but not too safe. Oh, gas is $1.73 a liter. Okay, made it home for dinner. I took a nap, which is what I tend to do. I take a lot of naps. And what did you say as I was switching the camera? Will I take a nap?
And magically, dinner's ready.
That's right, magically it's dinner. I wake up and here's this, wow, look at this dinner Yumiko put together. We have all kinds of pickles and stuff like that. I can't wait. We're almost done with the store-bought. We can start digging into the neighbor pickles. Thank you, Yumiko. We got something to watch. Okay, say no. Itadakimasu. And then we'll take the dogs for a walk, take a bath. Okay, let's wrap up this night. Yumiko, we got the information for the house, for the property tax assessment. Our annual taxes for the property are going to come in at a whopping $250 a year. Wow, really stunned. So one step closer, I'll plug that into my calculator. We'll have all the numbers. Eventually I'll break down all the numbers for anyone that's curious. That'll be a separate video. But for now, we're going to wrap things up. It was a really good day, very active for a Saturday. It actually felt like a Saturday. Even though we have the weekdays off, they still feel like weekdays. Our cohort on weekdays are the other old people around the community. It's kind of nice to be out with all the young people too, and the not so young, actively engaged, those that appreciate the weekend. I think I already commented about how not having the weekend, not having Monday looming made a difference. Maybe I didn't go into enough detail, but I'll leave it at that. Time to sign off, finish this dog walk, get you down, do your business, get home, get a bath, and get to bed. Thanks for joining us. See you tomorrow.